I just finished The Lives of Tao by Wesley Chu and narrated by Mikael Naramore, and I thought it was okay. And I only think it's okay because it has so much potential. This book is the first of a trilogy and maybe more of a series. I didn't know that it was going to be a series when I started reading it. I didn't realize there were already two other books in the series are already out right now. And I think that's kind of also why I didn't like it. I feel like this whole book is kind of just setting things up for the next phase, setting things up for it to be a bigger and bigger story and to sell more books instead of just taking all the potential of this universe, this really interesting concept, and turning it into one solid book like The Count of Monte Cristo, or just one piece. So I usually don't talk about plot a lot in my book reviews, but I'm going to talk about plot just so I can kind of hash out what my feelings are about the book. So basically this alien species crash landed on Earth millions of years ago, and they're kind of a gaseous species of alien, and they cannot survive in the Earth's atmosphere unless they climb inside of intelligent life and kind of go along for the ride. They can kind of control the life that they've inhabited, so they'll go inside of dogs, they'll go inside of chickens, they can go inside of anything, they can go inside of humans. They're not exactly controlling the human 100%, but they have some influence over them. This whole concept is that the aliens want to get back to their homeland, so they're guiding humans along to make them more intelligent and invent new things so they can get off the planet and go home. And the other twist is that they've been inside some of the greatest humans of all time, like Genghis Khan and William Shakespeare and anybody that you could think of that was like a powerful force, Steve Jobs. And it's just such a neat thing because these aliens are inside of their hosts, and once the host dies, the alien escapes and goes into another host. So you have this character named Tao, who's the focus of the book, who has lived 1,000 lifetimes throughout history, and he was in Genghis Khan, and he was in different pivotal moments in history. He invented Tai Chi. There's all these neat little things where there's feuds that have lasted centuries. Tao is the enemy of Shiva, and they're kind of going head to head. But there's all this potential for this epic conflict and epic battles to kind of draw out over the ages, and I don't feel like it really comes together. It just kind of comes together to be like a Matrix type, oh, here's an ordinary schlub that gets turned into a superhero, and now he's in this mega battle between alien species and has to find his way out of it and has to become the hero. And that part of it just felt cliche. It felt like, yeah, he's gonna win. We know what's gonna happen. It's all gonna work out. He's gonna do some cool stuff and rise above and fulfill his potential. And there were even a couple times that they could have had some good twists and turns, but they kind of explained it away that I was like, oh no, that would have been so much better if the threat of that happening would have happened instead of saying like, oh, if this happens, then that might happen. It's like, ah. I really enjoyed the narration by Mikael Naramore. I felt like it was really cool. He has a really cool voice, different voices for the different characters, and it really fit well with this kind of book. You know, I feel like this was just kind of a 3 out of 5 for me, which is good. It's still enjoyable. I still liked it. I still finished it. Even though I enjoyed this book, I give it, a 3 out of 5 on Goodreads. Decent. Not bad, not great. I am torn between wanting to check out the next book or not because I love the potential of this universe and I really think it's great. And the writing is decent all throughout this book. There are some pulse-pounding sections and some really fun sections, but I just felt like it didn't give me enough twists and turns, because in a book like this, it is about the plot. It is about the stuff that happens. It is about a wild ride more than a character, more than me identifying with Rowan and thinking, oh man, he's so down. He's just like me, a fat IT guy, which I'm not. So I didn't really identify with the guy as being like a loser and then coming to, but it's a great plot device. It's kind of like the other book that I just finished, Me Before You by Jojo Moyes, where the chick in it's kind of overweight and kind of down on her luck, and it kind of appeals to the everyman, the every woman reader. So I didn't really go along with that as much. But I still think there's potential here. I may check out book number 2 eventually, but from what I can say, you need to check it out yourself, see what you like. It's got a decent rating on Goodreads. It was a cool ride, but for me, I don't know if I'll take the next step. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.